Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be all about sex education. So my mom is going to teach me a little that I need to know about sex. And yeah, wait, how long or when was the last time you sat with your mom to know about sex or for her to teach you about sex education? I bet you've never even had it. So yeah, today is not for kids. Hello. Alright, so let's get started. So mom,
okay, so I know it's sort of weird when you mention the word sex because it is something that is seen to be an abomination, but whether an abomination or not, people still engage in it, and so you have to let your kids know what it's about, why they need to do certain things, why they don't need to do certain things. I mean, all those things around sex. Now, first of all, let me ask Chelsea, when you hear the word sex, what comes in mind?
Okay, so sexual intercourse. I mean, yes.
I know you study biology, so biologically.
Okay, so don't bring biologically because
it goes into details there. Okay, so I mean, just a layman understanding.
Okay, so it's when the female and the male, I mean, they meet.
Okay,
yeah, that's sexual.
Yeah, so it's having an intercourse with your opposite sex. But
yeah.
Now, because of LGBTQ plus EFWXYZ, it is about having sexual intimacy with your partner. Yeah, with your partner. It could be an opposite sex or same sex, or even with other
animals.
Yeah, even with other other living things. Even with other living things, because it's not only human beings that people have sex. So even with other living things. Even some do it with non-living things.
Really?
Yes. Some use cucumber to have sex. Yeah. Some use cucumber. They use the cucumber to have sex. They insert it there, especially the women. They use it a lot. It has its own health implications, but I mean that's what people get their satisfaction from. Some use toy sex objects. It's on sale at the mall and other stuff. So some use it. So that's why I said non-living things. Some use a lot of stuff. Even some use banana and other stuff. There are a lot of weird things that people do. Oh. It's not only women. Some men also go through
How will a man use banana to have sex?
Oh no, they don't. They won't use banana. They also have their ways of. Well, when you know, it's always good to have sex education with your child so that they will know the do's and don'ts. And as a teenager, I don't know the kind of things that since you started secondary school you've heard. Well, during my days, I remember when I was in secondary school, Form 2, my classmates used to say that, hey, if you are in Form 2 and you don't have a boyfriend, then
John.
I mean, you are John. What kind of person are you? And you know, definitely in secondary school, you are not too mature. So when you have a boyfriend, definitely you'll be tempted to do those things.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had that experience where they'll be having conversation like you there as a watumbi because you are not those share wanga share putu kind of person.
Oh yeah, we do it. I mean, people you ask me, especially when you're doing truth or dare and ask someone, hey, so who's your ex? Who's your guy? We mention them like
you guys have exes in now.
Then can't you know? So they'll be saying it and I'll be like, wow.
And they look at you someday. I mean, they look at you some way.
Hey, when they be like, so have you dated before? I'll be like, no. They're like, hey, they don't believe it. I'm like, hey, wow. So it's kind of weird to be.
Kind of weird. They make you feel like you're the odd one out, and that is what mostly pressure a lot of.
Especially when you see the person talking, and you be like, oh god, this person is beautiful than her, but she has a guy.
So that's what mostly pressures teenagers like you to go into relationships, because
Yeah.
you see, and definitely when you go into relationship at your age, you go into a relationship with someone who is your age mate. Definitely
Yeah.
is the secondary school boys that you will be dating. And even if you are going for someone who is older than you, maybe you
So
go
you
for a university guy who will deceive you and use your
No, I mean that's what they said. Our husbands are in the university. So.
yeah, that one they say it, but I don't know how true is that. Well, let's come back to the topic now. When it comes to sex, I will prefer that teenagers you abstain. You abstain in the sense that when you abstain from sex, it helps you from a lot of things, because if you have sex at that early stage, you are prone to a lot of things aside the early pregnancy, where you'll be confused, frustrated, especially when you don't have anybody taking care of your child, and then STDs, STIs, all those things are things that you have to think about when having sex. With me, if you would want to have sex, then it means that you have to be in a committed relationship, not necessarily get married, because we all had our life planned that, for me, I said, at the age of 20 I want to be married and I want to have kids. By 22, 25 I should be done having kids and all that. But sometimes it always don't happen like that. So when you are in a committed relationship, you can have sex. That is what I think. And then you need to protect yourself. Using all the protection tool that can help you protect yourself, not to contract any STD or STI.
Okay, I get you. So do you say, let's say someone in Form 2 or Form 3 is in a committed?
No. That's why I'm saying that I don't encourage. When I started the conversation, I said I don't encourage teenagers like you to be in a relationship. So if you be in a relationship,
No, but the thing is, whether you're encouraged or not, they do it. It's there.
Yes,
So
that's why I am having this discussion with you. That I don't encourage you to be in it. I don't want you to be in a relationship when you know you are in secondary school, because at that time it's difficult for you to abstain. You get it? When you are in a relationship, it's highly difficult for you to abstain. When you are a bit older, like the 22, 21, 24 going, you know that I can handle certain things. But when you are younger, people, so they are able to easily manipulate you. In sex, there is something. I remember when I was a teenager, there was this thing. I didn't know that there is something called blue balls. And
wait, what's that?
Blue balls.
What's that?
So it is when a man, when you and maybe a girl and a boy, they are making out. Making out means that it is the process to sex. When two people are having sex, they just don't have sex. They make out. Yeah, they make out. So they kiss, they fondle, those stuff to the sex. The sex is just the sexual intercourse. The two coming together. But there is a process. So in that process, if it doesn't end up in sex, the man will start having pains at the abdomen level, because you want to release sperm and you are unable to release that sperm because you didn't have sex. You get it? Because when you are in that process, sperm is building up and it means that you want to have sex. You get it? And when you have sex, then you release that sperm. But if you don't release that sperm, you start having pains. Do you understand? But that pain doesn't kill. It doesn't even last for long. It doesn't last for long. No, I'm saying that it doesn't kill. It doesn't last for long. It's just pain being one neck. But most men will be using that to psychologically or emotionally blackmail girls who are innocent and immature and don't know what all these things about. So they are like, I am having blue balls, and if I don't do it, I'll be hurt, blah blah blah. You get it?
Die.
No, so if you are also probably into that person, you like that person, and maybe your mom says, hey, don't have sex. So if you have sex and you get pregnant, you want to hold on to your mom's value or your parents' value. You don't want to have sex, and this person too is like persuading you, and now if you I don't have it, and they'll be doing all these chemicals as if they are dying. They are lying.
You die.
They are lying. They won't die. Blue balls doesn't kill. And so these are some of the things that most men, I mean boys your age and even men, they do just to have their way. And I can tell you that most girls your age that have had sex, most of them regret, because there is nothing too special about it. There is nothing too special. There's nothing you want to explore there. There is nothing too special about sex. Yes, you have sex, you enjoy, you have fun, that is it. But there is nothing too special about it.
I heard in school some people are addicted to it, that they even pay the guys to have sex with them.
Yeah, there are some people that are addicted to sex. You know, just like someone is addicted to alcohol. The person can't stop drinking. Immediately the person sees someone holding glass, even if it is an empty glass, and a quart of alcohol. Even if the person is passing by a beer bar, then the person wants to drink alcohol. So there are people that are addicted, that are sex addicts. You get it. But if you are one, then you have to see the doctor, so that they can have, maybe your hormones are, I don't know, maybe there is a scientific explanation for why you are having that feeling. But instead of making sure that you feed that addiction, don't feed it, because if you continue feeding it, if you have several or multiple sex partners, it also affects you, the woman.
How?
You are having sex with this man, you're having sex, especially when you are not
I heard
abstaining.
it has a spiritual,
Aside the spiritual aspect, you are prone to a lot of STDs and STIs. And you know, the protective measures that you can use to ensure that you have safe sex is not 100% safe. You get it? It's not 100% safe. People take pills not to get pregnant, and then they will have sex, yet sometimes they get pregnant. People will take pills that will prevent you from getting pregnant, and then they will have sex, and then the baby will come with the pill in their mouth. Stubborn baby. It has happened before.
Hey,
the baby will come with a pill in his or her mouth. So
it is never true.
I'm telling you. You think I'm lying? I'm telling you.
And the pill could survive till 9 months.
It will survive till 9 months. So all that I'm saying is that the protective measures put down, they are not 100% safe.
Okay.
You can use condom, it can tear along the line. You can take pills, it might not work, because we have our body differs. When I am having menstrual cramps, when I take para, it doesn't do me anything. But para is painkiller. You get it? Unless I take something that is much more stronger than para. When you take para, you are very okay. You don't even feel anything.
Yeah.
That is the same way that when you take those pills, it might work for you perfectly. But me, if I take, probably my system is too strong, and so it might fail me. Do you understand? Yes. So that is it. What else do you want to know?
It's gonna be like blow jaws, a blow jaw,
blow job. So blow job is when
job or jaw.
Blow job, BJ. They say blow job. Blow job is when, instead of the man using the private part of the woman, you rather use your hand so they put a lubricant or a cream or whatever, and then they use their hand for it. Yeah, it is ale. Actually ale. They use their hands for it, so that is blow job.
Okay.
Yeah. So I let me say this. I mean, it's as a teenager, it's always right when you abstain. Okay. And when you abstain, it do you a lot of good. I know when you are growing, your hormones start misbehaving, and then you start having feelings for the opposite sex.
Yeah.
There is something called honey. Like when you are honey, like you start having sexual arousals for, the opposite sex.
Yeah, my teacher was like, if you have it, I beg go to the, if anything, the pitch, and go around, run around.
Yeah. So if you start having that, just don't put your mind on it. I always say that sex is about the mind. If you tune your mind to it, that is when you would want to do it. So if you start having it and you decide to switch your mind to something else, that is it. Just switch your mind. You can read a book, you can listen to music. You like listening to music, so you can listen to music, you can do any other thing just to switch your mind. But if you want to feed that
Hunger.
that's sexual drive, if you want to feed it, that is when it will lead you into having sex when you know you are not ready. And I'm telling you, if you have a one-on-one talk with your peers, those that have had sex before, they will tell you that most of them are, at least about 80% will tell you that they regret doing it because there is really nothing in there.
You know, there's this girl. She pranked someone, and
pranked.
Yeah, that she's pregnant, and I was shocked. The person didn't say, "Hey, so you've had sex." The person was like, "Hey, so what are you going to do about it?"
So maybe the person already know the girl that's the probability of her having sex. And you cry. You've been a witness to teenagers or your age mates getting pregnant and all that. So
some even try committing suicide.
You see, so why won't you abstain? Many won't agree with me. They will tell me that, as for sex, they will have. So tell the person that they should, he or she, or I should tell you to protect yourself. But I would rather tell you to abstain, because at the age that you are, it will be very difficult for you to say, I'm protecting myself. People would want to use, someone will tell you, I don't like it when, especially the men, let's do it raw, let's have a feel of it. They will try and use your innocence. You are so innocent, you see, you are naive, you don't really know much about it, and so they will use that. And you are like, okay, let's try it, because they are just playing on your mind. And then you do it. Now there is no abstinence, there's no protection. So I'd rather tell you that abstain. I didn't get this sit down talk with my parents, but even the mere fact that my dad said, go and have sex, get pregnant, and you are dead. You see, that's mere talk cran. And I saw a number of my colleagues that have had sex at my age, that have had sex. Some done abortions, some giving birth, and I was like, no, I don't want my story to be like this. And so I made sure I abstained, so I thought I was ready. You get it? So there will be a lot of interesting fantasies, narrations about sex, but let me tell you, there is nothing in there that should even say inquisitive, or what do they say, curiosity kills the cat. I'm very curious, there's nothing in there. So wait, when you are 19, 20 years, your mom says you can be in a relationship, and if you think the person,
wait, you said 18?
Matum 19.
And I get 19, so you say Matum 20.
My sister, they have increased the years from 18 to 19.
Please, I'm ready.
You are 19 to 20 years, when you are ready and you are in a relationship, and you see that this man, like, we are heading somewhere, maybe in the next 1-2 years, we are ready, we are preparing ourselves to get married and all that, and you feel you can't hold it and you want to, and let me tell you one thing, sex doesn't define love. Sex is sex. Sex doesn't define love. It is sex. Someone will tell you, if you don't have sex with, my boyfriend,
sure that you love me.
Exactly, it is a lie. Sex doesn't define love. We women, like 80% of we women, we have sex with emotions. When we have sex with a person, we get emotionally attached to the person, and we are like, hey, this person I've had sex with, it means that we are going to be in a serious relationship. Men are different. A man can just have sex with anybody. It's because at that time, that is what they felt like doing, and that is it. They can have sex with their best friend. They can have sex with their best friend's wife. They can just say, it's just because at that time. That's why even married people, someone is married, the person loves their wife so much, yet the person go and cheat. It's not like the person doesn't like the wife. Oh. The person love the wife so much, yet the person go and cheat.
Why do you think so?
Sex is sex to them. Sex is nothing. Sex has no importance to them. You get it? Most men, sex.
Yo.
Oh no, most men, sex is sex to them. It's nothing. It's of no important value. Unlike some women that place a lot of premium and value on sex. You get it? Yes. So it is always better if you know the right person you are in a relationship with, and if it is a committed one and you know you are heading towards marriage and you feel you are okay, comfortable with the person, and you want to make love with the person, that is okay.
All right.
That one, you know you are in a committed relationship heading to marriage. Even if it doesn't get to marriage, you were in a committed relationship, and mostly we learn from our mistakes. You get it? Yeah.
Okay.
So don't let anybody push you. Oh, if you don't have sex with anybody that loves you, sex should be out of it. You understand?
Yeah, I've learned a lot.
Any question?
No. I wanted to ask, so what do you think is the right age to have sex? But I just said that from 19.
Oh, there's no right age to have sex. There's
No, I mean like a teenager.
Yeah, there's like, if you say right age there, there's no age bracket to having sex. But I mean, if you're mature and you are in a committed relationship, why not? You can make love, even that sex.
Okay, so definition for matured as in
definition for matured. That's why I'm saying that if you are in a committed relationship, so let's say you are 18, 19, 20, 21, even 21 person can be mature.
Yeah. And 6-year girl or boy can be mature.
Yeah, can be matured.
So that's I'm asking mature.
So
what way?
You know right and wrong. You know everybody knows right and wrong.
Yeah.
But the things that I know, you don't know. I am able to differentiate. Oh, nobody can persuade me to do anything. With someone like your age mate, a boy can persuade you better till sign and you give in. Me, I can stand my ground and I say no, I'm not ready. If you know because I'm not ready, you don't want it, go your way. You get it? Yeah. But with you are too, like, you are so much in love. Like, I'm in love with this person. If I don't do it, hey, you get so that is what I'm saying. Maturity counts because with me, I can stand my grounds and say no, I'm not interested in this. No. But your age mate might not have that confidence to say it. They want to explore. They want to do things, and mostly it comes from, it's pressures from the men, and also based on the experience of some of their colleagues.
Some girls also pressure the guy. In school, the girls will go and call, some girls will go and call the guys from their houses and they'll be like, so I want to have sex with you.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's pressures from their colleagues as well. So maybe imagine I haven't had this talk with you, this conversation with you, and maybe I hardly have conversation on relationship and other stuff with you.
Yeah.
You go to school and someone like, do you have a boyfriend? No. Hey. So you are like, am I normal? Maybe I'm not normal. because every person around
my friend and I will be like, hey, God, how did you create that?
So you say, every person around me seems to have a boyfriend. Why am I not having a boyfriend? So you see, there will be one guy being in your school who has been, toasting you, who has been toasting you and all that. You're like, well, let me give this person a chance and see. You get it? So sometimes peer pressure, as they put it, from your colleagues. And then you feel like, okay, well, let me do it. And then when you do it, you also don't have any idea what sex and relationship is about.
I did a crazy thing. So when I came home, I was like, all my friends are saying and they have exes and this. I posted on that day I muted you. I posted on my Instagram. I was like, who let us date for 1 day? So I want to say I have an ex.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, are you done?
Yeah.
So
unless you have anything you want to ask, or if there's nothing you want us to ask, or if there's nothing you want to ask.
No, okay, I think I'm done. I don't have any questions, but you watching, if you have any questions, I think you can drop it in the comment section. Yeah, and then we'll answer it for you.
And if whatever we said, if you think you have a disagreement anywhere, you can also share your opinion at the comment section. This is a random discussion on sex, a random sex education. So we didn't really follow the pattern. So anything you think we didn't add or we omitted or you don't agree, then you just have to drop it at the comment section. But if you have watched till this point, then geez, you are a true fan. You are a true fan.
I have true fans.
You are a true fan. From the beginning till now, we are praying for you. Receive your blessings.
I receive it.
Receive your blessings.
Amen, Pastor.
And subscribe to the channel.
Yeah. So this brings us to today's video, and I hope you liked it. And I hope you also learned a lot of things, because I learned a lot, and I'm going to put in my back pocket. So make sure you don't forget it, and also make sure that you don't go into a relationship that you're not prepared enough to. And as he said, sex is not a key word in a relationship. So I mean, like, know the partner, the kind of person you're in a relationship with, and then enjoy. So bye bye, see you in the next one. Mwah.